what are the narratives on Kyle Shanahan right now? It's 28-3. It's blowing that Super Bowl. It's blowing the NFC Championship game against the Rams. And now if you look, the NFC is wide open for the 49ers. The Cowboys were the one team talent-wise that could match up with the 49ers. I cannot see any of the other three NFC teams winning in Santa Clara over the next 2 weeks. I just can't. I can't even really envision it. It might happen, but I can't sit here and pick it. I can't tell you I feel confident picking the Lions to go there and beat them or anything. So when you have a path this wide open, if you go one and done against the Packers, a team that needed to win its final 3 games just to make the playoffs, like, I think a lot's going to come down on Kyle, and we're going to start looking at his playoff failures in a different way. Again, I don't think this stuff is always fair. Judge it like we talked about Lamar. Judging guys on what happens over a 3-hour stretch in one game against another playoff team is usually unfair to whatever individuals there. But it goes for, I think the narrative would go from Kyle Shanahan's this unbelievably great coach who's figured out how to beat the NFL with his offense to, what about all these playoff failures? He hasn't won a ring yet. I think that would come on him a little bit. And but to your point too, Purdy's in that same boat where people say, look, well, Brock Purdy stinks. He lost, whatever. Like, not fair, but that's what's going to happen.
The roster and the way it's built. I mean, the 49ers are a better team than the Packers. Hot take, right? 49ers are a better team than everybody left in the NFL, talent-wise, top to bottom. Hot take, right? So they're not better on the field than the Ravens, but they at least on paper, if we were playing Madden, you would take the 49ers over the rest of the NFC, right? So they're a better team. Also, look at the playoff failings. And I'm going to say failing. I'm not a huge believer in the window conversation all the time. Like, I think we've overblown Buffalo's window closing. But if you're the 49ers, I mean, you do have some of the elite talent in the NFL right now. So you are in a window where there's an expectation of greatness. If the 49ers lose this game, you would have to think that some level of it would be because they were outcoached. And if they're outcoached, then we're allowed to ask questions about Kyle Shanahan. I think this is like, it took me a second to get there down the path, but I'm with you. I think there's more pressure on Shanahan in this game than anybody.
When you get this deep into playoffs, these are legacy-defining games. Again, right or wrong, fair or not, this is legacy-defining. And again, one and done to this Packers team. I mean, this Packers team's hot. I don't think they win, but I can't say they absolutely can't. Like, if you could beat the Cowboys like you beat them, you could beat the 49ers, you could beat anybody. If you play that way, you could beat anybody.